Greetings, spirit team. How are we doing? How are we feeling? Whether this is day, afternoon, or evening, whenever this reaches you, I hope you're feeling well. This pick card is going to be regarding which area of personal development have you been ignoring, therefore should work on. Today we have Stay True and Be in Your Power as pile number 1 with the snowflake and obsidian, and we'll be using the Heart and Hands Tarot. We have Divine Destiny as pile number 2. If we can get focused, there we go. Pile number 2 with a black tourmaline. And last but not least, pile number 3 with Temple of Lapis Lazuli and a blue tiger's eye. I love my little beauty influencer hand focus thing. I used to love watching beauty influencers. Okay. Anyway. Anyway leads to Rome. All paths lead to Rome. Okay, so if you feel called to multiple piles, feel free to stick around and watch them all. I would highly suggest it, as personal development is something that you can never get enough of. We're always growing, we're always healing, and even when you feel like you've conquered all of the healing that you needed from your past, like let's say childhood, if you're older, your teenage life, your 20s, healing those traumas, we get sometimes traumatized on a daily basis. So, you know, there's always ways that we can help ourselves, and that is what I'm most drawn to as a tarot reader. I truly identify more with a healer, energy reader. But enough about that. Let's get into it. So if you have not yet, go ahead and select a pile, and I will see you on the other side. Greetings, pile number 1. I do love the ones. So you selected the snowflake obsidian. Come on, camera, you can focus. You can do it. Snowflake obsidian. And stay true and be in your power. So I'm already getting a reminder that your personal power and your divine energy is strong. With so much green in the background, I'm getting called to your heart chakra, and one of the most important chakras that I've found in my spiritual journey is your heart chakra. If it is blocked, it's hard to really tap into any of the other chakras without finding a blockage there as well. And before I go any deeper, let's go ahead and start looking at your oracle cards. So we did receive some oracle cards from several different decks, so we'll look at them now. I'll show you the African Goddess Rising cards. Oh goodness. These remind me of a reading we just did recently. So you have Marie Laveau with Juju, number 7. We have Tipichua, Feeling Safe, Harvest with 43, and I want to say Scarcity, but it's Sacredity. It is Sacredity. Is that a word? Is that real? Sacredity? Okay. Jeb with Prosperity. Tarot with Genesis. Isis with Faith and Wisdom. Non-action. family. I'm gonna put some of these tarot cards until we're ready. You got a lot of cards. You got a lot of cards. I think the most cards, 4 cards. And then attraction. Got a lot going on. And with that, immediately I hear relating right back to stay true and be in your power. You have so much going on that it may be almost as if your mind is racing constantly, and some of you may be having trouble selecting where you're going to put your energy. Okay. With good juju and feeling safe, right above prosperity in Genesis, I'm getting this sense of we need to start focusing on how you can truly harness your divine energy to perfect how you feel on a daily basis. And with the snowflake sitting in, there's this sense of truly being able to cleanse yourself and realizing that all of the power was within you. You don't need any tools in order to gain that good juju. You don't need any. You can see her. She's feeling safe and she's out in the wilderness. She's all by herself. You know, Spirit's always with you. So that's something that I'm already getting here. It's a reminder that Spirit is always with you. You can see that yellow aura in the back. So that confidence in yourself that you are safe. All right. With non-action, right under scarcity is not acting on that feeling of lack. Ooh, and it's not even showing up. Isn't that particular? Okay. Okay, let's get some tarot cards and see where we're going with this, because this message is not clear and concise. But we are not going to be ungrateful, okay? You're prosperous in messages. You're getting a lot of messages, a lot of downloads, attracting a lot of things, and it's time to narrow down what exactly you want and operate with faith and wisdom. All right, let's get some tarot cards to clear up this message. Spirit, can we have some clear and concise messages on how number one has been ignoring in regards to personal development? Please and thank you. Yeah, you need to start discerning on where you're putting your energy. One thing at a time, slow and steady, no rush. Personal development takes time, of course. However, if you're neglecting this much, it can start to pile up and feel overwhelming. What else? So, stand in your power. Wow. Yeah, you're consistently getting a lot of downloads, and I know that can be a lot for someone who's just entering their spiritual journey. Then we get the Queen of Cups. Yes. Stand in your power. Operate with empathy, not only for others, but most importantly for yourself. And with Isis, She is the goddess who went through literally hell and back to save her husband. So that right-handed path of almost martyrism, there is a need for you to be able to operate with empathy for others. However, to remember to fill your own cup before you try to fill anybody else's. This was a goddess who adventured through all of Egypt to collect all of the pieces of her husband in order to put him back together and rebirth him. And it takes you standing in your goddess energy to be able to operate for others. So first, we have to enter this energy of Queen of Swords and Queen of Cups, where you're operating with not only discernment and understanding what the truth is, but also empathy. Okay. And the bottom of the deck is the Eight of Cups. So leave behind anything that is not emotionally fulfilling, it's not filling your cup. It's time to look at these cups and see which one is actually the cup that you want to operate with. And we got a belly rumble of confirmation. That was beautiful. All right. I know sometimes it can be nerve-wracking. That's what I'm hearing. And they're saying it's okay. Lean on your spirit team. Lean on your spirit family. Remember that you're attracting what you're putting out. And here we go. With the Seven of Cups on top. Yeah. And that's just more confirmation of how many cups we have in front of us. And knowing which cup is truly the one that we need to focus on first and foremost. You've seen, even as I'm reading this, I'm only focusing on certain cards at a certain time so that the message is clear for you. Then we have the Empress, and the Empress is all of the Queen's energy combined. So the feminine energy that not only understands how to discern the truth, that knows how to operate in empathy, that understands confidence and has that grace. Queen of Cups, Queen of Swords, Queen of Wands. What am I missing? What am I missing? What are you missing? It's the Swords, the Cups, Wands, Pentacles. And I heard another rumble. So with Pentacles, the energy of abundance and security and stability. So that's probably where we really need to put some focus on, because she's the one that did not pop up. So to evolve you into the Empress with that knowledge in mind, that note that we just seen, definitely focus on really entering that energy of security, again with that feeling safe and stability. Not only in financial realm, but when you think of the Queen of Pentacles and stability, it shouldn't just be, I have money, because money is not a real thing, it's a concept. But also understanding and tapping into that abundant energy. Okay, and then we have the Two of Swords in reverse and the Six of Swords in reverse. So releasing that need for conflict and knowing with the Six of Swords that what you leave behind is okay. And when I see the Six of Swords, I always think of being guided by your spirit team. So you are on a very spiritual journey, and remember that whatever you leave behind and no longer serves you, you will receive what you need and what will be fruitful for you 10 times more. Spirit's not going to leave you in lack. That scarcity is a mindset that you have to leave behind. That's one thing that you definitely need to leave behind. Okay. I like this reading. Thank you, pile number one. Okay. Any parting advice for pile number one? Guardian advice for pile number 1 spirit. Please and thank you. Bless. Slow and steady. Slow and steady. There's no rush. There is absolutely no rush to make rash decisions. You know, take your time. Listen to your intuition. Definitely work on opening your heart. And healing some healing. Seven of Pentacles, yes, 2-7. Excuse me, pile number 1. Right as I was getting your next card, the battery died. So also make sure that you are keeping track of your own energy and how much of it you have. Recently learned about the spoons theory. Yep, this one's meant for you. The spoons theory, where you take account of your actual situation and realize not only in a mental space, an emotional space, and a physical space, how much energy you have and what you're willing to actually do in order to have the best day, to keep yourself in homeostasis. So let's say you wake up and you want to get so much done. The realization of you only have the energy to get X, Y, and Z done while also keeping up the basic tasks like taking a shower and eating and da-da-da-da-da. So that way you're not building up these expectations for yourself unrealistically, for sure. And that'll lead you into this ability to really feel abundant and maintain your stability. And with that, I've already gotten the calling that this was about all of the information that Spirit is willing to give at this time through this reading. So I very much appreciate you being here with me. I did want to note that the 2 of Cups was on the bottom of the deck, which means that it's a card of divine union and a reminder that you are already in divine union. All you have to do is take control of and allow your divine feminine and your divine masculine to come into union. Truly, that is within you already. Your masculine energy can be seen as, it can be seen multiple ways. However, when you're looking at Cullinane energy, your Cullinane energy is the feminine energy raising from your sexual energy rising from the base of your tailbone, your root chakra, up to your crown chakra, where your masculine energy, it lies. And once they are in connection, you're in divine union. So once you're harnessing your sexual energy, and this is not in like a provocative sense, but this is truly understanding how to harness that rumble that you get, that desire that you feel, and how to process it correctly. And well, not correctly, but for the best of all, right? Highest light. And with that, if you enjoyed the reading and you found something in this helpful for you, please leave a like, a comment, whatever resonated with you. I would love to have conversations in the comments. If you enjoy this channel, please feel free to subscribe. At the bottom of the description box is my Cashapp if you would like to leave a tip. It is not mandatory, however, it's much appreciated. So I will see you on the other side. I again hope this is very helpful. And with light and love, I'll send you on to the next path. Greetings, pile number 2. You selected Divine Destiny. And with the title page, I'm getting this feeling that the title of this card, I'm getting this feeling that you're neglecting your soul or your life purpose. This is a general reading, so it can be soul purpose for some, life purpose for others. Especially with this card being orange and yellow, where Orange represents the sacral chakra, your creative chakra, where all of the creative juices lie, especially for those who are born with womb spaces. That's definitely where you're going to find all of your creative energy. I mean, it's a womb. We create life from that womb. I want to be sensitive because I know some people can't or find trouble creating life with their wombs. And dearest, I truly hope that if you are trying to, you do find that way to do it. All right, now moving forward with your oracle cards, we have Rooted, Service, Navigate, and Prosperity. So yeah, this is regarding your lowest chakras and really being of service, not only to yourself but to others. Then we have Soul Forgiveness. Bravia Yogini. And then here goes the root chakra emblem. And Smashna. It's actually the title picture of the Kali Oracle. Isn't that fun? Wow. Okay. Alright. Yes. The thing you're neglecting is grounding. Grounding in your thoughts, grounding in your mission, grounding yourself into the path that you're supposed to take. You are allowing yourself to become lost on your path, and truly it's time to realize that you don't need a GPS to navigate. Look, this young lady is walking through the woods, and the only thing that is shining is her own aura. So the call to action is truly to ground yourself and realize that you are not lost. You know the correct path, and you know intuitively what you ought to be doing. And your spirit team is asking for you to listen to them. They're guiding you. They're calling you into service. They're calling you to be of service to yourself so that you can be of service to others. Let's take a cleansing breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. One more time. Okay. Let's get some tarot cards and out the mouth. There's some past karma that it's time to release. The Kali's gonna help you do it, because this is the only pile that received the Kali Oracle. Yeah, this is the only pile that received the Kali Oracle. So Kali's helping here. She's helping here. She's going to help you kill that ego. And let's be careful when we say kill that ego. So with the ego, you're always going to have your ego. There's no way to just live without it. And look, my throat chakra's getting clogged up saying it. There's no way to live without your ego. Now you can give your ego power before it's been healed, and that can lead to some detrimental things where you start to feel lost, because your ego is not necessarily, before it's been healed, programmed to listen and submit to your higher self or your superego. If you're a psychology person, you'll know about Sigmund Freud, where he speaks to the superego being where you have your morals and your, what I would call divine guidance. Then you have your ego, which is how you represent yourself, and lastly is your id, which I think most of the spiritual community would call your subconscious. Well, the spiritual community would call it your shadow. and it does represent your subconscious. So if you're operating solely in your responding to your id, it can cloud your ego, where it feels as though it wouldn't feel wrong, but you'll have your spirit team just screaming at you constantly. Because your subconscious, for most folk, needs to be cleansed of negative patterns that are destructive. And what Kali can help do is remove that ego that has been listening to the id on priority mode, and help you start to use your ego to reflect more of your higher self or your super ego. There's going to be a moment in time where you've done so much soul retrieval, soul cleansing, karma removing, energy cleansing, and it's going to feel as though, okay, how am I supposed to operate? And that's going to be when you need to truly come to the fact that it's okay to have an ego. Like, that was, let's think of our ego as the guardian to your internal thoughts. Your ego is how you present yourself. And to balance your super ego, your higher energy, and your shadow energy, and become one, would be to truly have a cleansed and healed ego. And I feel like I'm starting to speak into circles. And I just heard, no, you're not. So I hope that message came out clear enough for you to understand. Let's look at tarot now and see what else is going on. Spirit team, ancestors, deity, source, beings of the highest light. What is pile number 2 neglecting in their areas of personal development, and what can they do regarding those areas? And that's the 10 of Wands, the 10 of Swords in reverse. Okay. So in this cycle, and I think that's why Kali has came through, because her main mission is to serve. Even though she's been described as like a destructive goddess, she is serving by killing off and removing anything that no longer serves us. And that could be a lot of mental patterns that you set up that have led to you being or feeling trapped. Queen of Wands. And what's funny is I called 10 of Wands and now we have a Queen of Wands. So at the end of a cycle is being called for you. I'm seeing that confidence is going to be something that is highly necessary and will come once you end this mental turmoil. And you'll get to this point of confidence that you'll have no fears. Look at the crow that's balancing on top of 2 lions with only a wand. No, its throne is 2 lions' heads. Like, how confident can a crow be to just sit on top of 2 lions? Like, truly recognize how powerful you are. And the Hermit. And again, we have, and it's directly under the Navigate. The Hermit is holding a lantern, and there's a star. So, with two of swords coming up on the bottom of the deck. I'm hearing that our hermit mode would help, and to enjoy going through this spiritual journey. You may feel, because I'm noticing something that is a pattern in these cards. These figures are by themselves. And 3 out of the 4 on top have a source of light. One doesn't, she's in the daytime. And even in these pro tarots, they are on their own. So if you're feeling as if you're battling this on your own, you're going through the spiritual journey on your own, it is a reminder and an explanation on why. When you're going through a spiritual journey and a ego death, it is best to operate in to go into solitude. Why, you may ask? Why must you be in solitude? And notice I'm not saying you need to be alone. You need to go into solitude. As when you are surrounding yourself with other individuals who may not, I don't know your group of friends, your family, like that, but what I've noticed is if you're going through a spiritual journey and you're going through a transformation phase, a huge transformation phase where you're cleansing your root chakra, which holds so much trauma and so many fears and worries, because that's directly what it's connected to, you are leaving yourself open and raw. And what we don't want to have is other people's beliefs inflict on your ability to solidify your own. So being on your own and being in solitude gives you that space to really take the time to figure out what is important to you. How can you be of service? How can you navigate and tap in? What do you want to do to find prosperity? How do you want to share your prosperity? And then we could get into the soul's forgiveness, and you can see this young lady, this goddess, has 2 children with her. Enjoy your solitude now, because there's going to be a time where you are going to be of service to others, and we don't want to go into that then feeling as though you don't have time for yourself. So let's say you start your spiritual journey and you're starting to look into certain rituals or routines for yourself. I've found that people who too quickly start to add people around them, they can lose those routines and rituals really quickly. For instance, you start to date someone and they sleep over. Now your morning ritual may be adjusted for that person because it hasn't been solidified in your life too much, right? So you're used to, you start a ritual of lighting a candle and meditating in the morning, but now because you have your boyfriend, girlfriend over, Instead, you spend 10 minutes in the morning snuggling, and then you make breakfast for them. That's pulled you off your path and removed the time for you to be coming to center. So there is importance in the hermit mode. There is importance in building up the strength within yourself and the confidence in yourself to be able to keep those routines and rituals. That's for some, not all. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Let's get some parting advice, and I'm gonna send you on your way, because I know you got this. I know you got this. Can I have some parting advice for pile number 2? Yeah, the path of the divine warrior. Especially if you're going to be in service to others, we really need to nail down some rituals for yourself as far as grounding on a consistent basis, because in protecting with the black tourmaline coming out, because this even looks like a story. You root yourself into this earth, you figure out how you want to be into service, you navigate this path, and then it leads to prosperity. Right? Right. That's a clear picture. You can see she's even walking into the prosperity. The devil and the ace of swords. Yep, this is definitely regarding the hermit and what we were just discussing regarding there's going to be temptations on your path. Look how that little hummingbird is locked in to this. Can you see it? This little hummingbird is chained to this rock with the devil. Now, if this is your first time on my channel, I'll let you know. The devil should not be a scary card to you. The devil is more about the idea of fear and temptation, truly. I'm sure you've heard the saying, the devil is in the details. The more you hyper-focus on nailing every single thing, the harder it's going to be for you to enjoy yourself. It's going to lead to, and it's right underneath the Ten of Swords. The harder it's going to be for you to continue on your path and navigate your path. So consistently grounding yourself and rooting yourself in what your divine destiny is, and taking on this new beginning, this new sword. You have a brand new sword, a brand new thought, a brand new beginning. It's new beginnings. The Ace of Swords is, all of your aces have the energy of new beginnings, but with the swords, it's more of the truth. It's more of you set up yourself for success. I'm excited for you. Don't be scared. I heard I'm not scared. Good. Good. That is amazing. All right, file number 2. I appreciate you being here. If you enjoyed yourself, please like, share, subscribe. If anything resonated or you want to request a different type of video, feel free to leave that in the comments. I do love to see comments. It makes my day. And if you truly did enjoy yourself and you want some way to give back some energy to me, I do have a tip jar at the bottom of the description box. It's my Cashapp. It's not mandatory, but very, very much appreciated. And thank you for sending me your energy so that I could read your cards. And with that, I bid you adieu. Greetings, pile number 3. How are you doing? How are you feeling? You chose the Temple of Lapis Lazuli, Goddess of the Ancient Skies, and a blue tiger's eye. Now, I'll tell you something. I have not looked up the properties of a blue Tiger Desire, so we're going to do that together right now. I don't know if you already know in your screen through the screen what it means, but let's look together for those who don't. Reveals good choices, improves chances of being hired at a new job, draws in luck, prosperity, improves psychic abilities, helps with astral travel, releases fear and worry, helps to manifest desires, and strengthens confidence. Okay, I like it. And then your oracle cards, you have Sacred Lust with 26, Mass with 18, True Self, Solitude. Wow. Oh, that's beautiful. Look at that. Matching. Septet with fruitfulness, and then Soberk with union and power. This is giving me, with the blues, throat chakra, speaking on your desires. Then with the oranges, confidence and creativity, and then leads right into fruitfulness and that union and power. Wow. Okay. So for you, let's take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. One more time. I've got the sensation that you're not speaking on your true desires. And you've been putting yourself into solitude and fear of those desires and putting up a mask, hiding from your true self, hiding your true self with the mask. And this, once you release the need to mask yourself, will lead to fruitfulness and union. Okay, clear and concise. We like it. We love it. We dig it. We dig it. And then in the Sacred Lust and Solitude cards with blue representing throat chakra, I also noticed that the goddess has a crescent moon on her head as a crown, and the Solitude card has a halo. So sit down. High Priestess. High Priestess. So number 2. So again, call back to divine union. Even in the true self, the figure is holding on to the hair of the shadow energy. There's a lot of crowns here. I'm being told put on your crown. The 7 of Swords and the 10 of Swords. What's very interesting, and then on the bottom of the deck is the Knight of Cups or the Knight of Chalices. If we read this, it's almost reading right to left the way that they're looking. They're all looking towards your 10 of Swords is facing the 7 of Swords. So a realization that all this mental anguish and thoughts are really trickery, and then stepping into that High Priestess energy and understanding that that's your true self. You've been in solitude. You've isolated yourself. Nothing wrong with that. That's for some, not all. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. The call is definitely towards you identifying who you are to yourself so that you can present that at all times. And there's no need to wear a mask. Some of you may be called to acting. And that will lead to fruitfulness. Let's see what else we get. This is feeling a lot more towards your I got a lot of answers, fill in the blanks there. So again, a reminder that this is a general reading, but this feels for some a call towards a focus on your soul's path. It's almost as if you turned your back on your true self. Yeah, and there's judgment here. You've been judging yourself for your desires and masking yourself because you know best. And it's not gonna lead to the fruitfulness and union if you continue to deny who you truly are. Alright, what else here? And you've been getting fed up with your spirit team. Because I'm getting this pain on my right side and I'm hearing like I'm fed up. Okay. Wow. Enough is enough, huh? The Hermit. And this came up in pile number 2 as well. So if there is anything telling you to pick 2 cards, maybe you came from pile number 2. If not, I would suggest to go ahead and check that out as well. My impression of this energy is already like very discerning. Definitely someone who has a great understanding of what their personal truth is. So hey, more power to you. But there is expansion on its way to you. Once you exit your hermit mode, there is expansion waiting for you, with the Judgment leading to the Hermit, leading to the 3 of Wands. As you can see, it's a progression the way that they're getting there. And with the Hermit leading to the 3 of Wands, you can see at the 3 of Wands, there's 2 people here. So recognize your true self, recognize what your desires are, and release yourself from your hermit mode when you are ready. And the frequency that you'll be vibrating at will lead you to a divine union where you can, and the divine union does not have to be, it's not going to be external. You're going to find that within yourself, and then you'll be able to attract your soul tribe, your soul guides, your soul family, or whoever this person is that's with you, that's going to help you on the rest of your journey. And what else, 13? What else? Final 3 you need to know. Please and thank you. Bless. And I'm seeing the hummingbird. So the hummingbird, as a spiritual power animal, is a bird that is known to be able to stop and get a little bit of energy here, a little bit of energy there, yet it's on a long journey. Like, they journey from, if I'm remembering correctly, it could journey like across the country like a butterfly, like the monarch butterflies. And they fly fast, they use up a lot of energy fast, and they know exactly when they need to do a little stop. So you have a lot of internal knowledge of who you truly are. Wow, there's a lot of cards. We're not taking all these. Clear and concise messages, please. Yeah. And then in the Sacred Lust card, she's standing on top of a lion. So that's confidence, power, that loyalty energy, truly standing in your power. Again, a call to how many crowns we had on this in this spread. You have strength, release your fears, and the Nine of Cups. So yeah, your parting advice is to be vulnerable, to face your fears, and then we have our second lion here. To face your fears, to be vulnerable. A big thing and a big reminder is that fear is just a mental fortress. It's really just your mind. And to have the strength to have power over your mind and your thoughts will lead to this emotional fulfillment. And you can see in this card, there's two people holding on to her. So nines also represent the end of a cycle. So in most tarot decks, the Nine of Cups is seen as a wish fulfillment, but you can see this young lady doesn't quite look happy to have two people holding her down. So this one's more so giving me Eight of Cups energy, where you're leaving behind things that are not fruitful for you emotionally, and you're tapping into what is, facing your fears about that, being vulnerable about that. So that you can free yourself of this. Okay. Yeah, we got radio silence. We're done. We're about done. Okay. So to wrap it up, recap, because this felt almost as if it was a struggle to get this message out for you. So with the Queen of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck, I'll leave you with recognize your true self, and you already have done a lot of work on that. And don't be scared to step out of your solitude and step out of your hermit mode. Nothing wrong with being in hermit mode. If you are called to do that by your intuition, do it. But when you're ready to step out of it, there is a lot of fruitfulness that's awaiting for you. However, a reminder that you do not need to put on a mask. You do not need to hide your true self, and that is limiting your power. That is dulling your power. You are the High Priestess. You are strength. You are a goddess or a god, and you have to operate in that divine energy. Okay? And I'm hearing clarify the goddess of God thing. Okay. We are all divine beings, right? The body that we are in is a temple. The actions that we take are creator being actions. So every action that you take is going to cause an effect. Cause and effect. It's one of the many laws of the universe. So in that status, one step from you can impact so many. You have the energy within you to change your outward reality, and that is the same power that you can find within a goddess or a god. I'm not trying to boost your ego where you just run around and be reckless and abandon. What I'm calling you to do is recognize the power that's within you and not be scared to speak on it. Show your true self. Embody that energy. Embody your sacred lust. Embody your sacred rage. Once you have done so much inner work, you'll start to realize, and I feel like this pile in specific has done all of that inner work, you will start to realize that if you do not control the power within you, or I'm going to word this differently, get asked to word this differently, not controlling the power within you will limit the ability to manifest. Your path is for you to take control of what you can control and do good for others. You have a very large path, and this is a general reading, so I can't get into specifics. I'm not getting specifics, but it's time for you to own your power. It's time for you to take charge. And that's most likely why you've been in that hermit mode. You're trying to identify exactly what your path is, and your spirit team is telling me that you have heard it. You've heard the call. It's time to take that step. And with that, if you enjoyed this reading, if you found some messages that you enjoyed, please like, share, subscribe. If you would like to request a certain type of reading, leave that in the comments for me, and I will work it into the regimen. Yeah. Whew. If you feel so called to, there is a tip jar at the bottom of the description box. So much appreciated if you do decide that path. And what else is in this field? Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm very grateful for you to be here with me. Bless. And I'll see you around. All right, pile number 3. Deuces.